What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 5th day of June. We have about 8 hours, 21 minutes left in the day here. 22.2 cents is the price, with the low today at 21.2 cents. I mean, it is very possible, you guys. We could have found our low. We might not go lower. It is very, very possible. I don't think that that's the outcome. I do believe that we're going to go lower, but it is very possible. We've got some kind of M pattern here that's reluctant to go below this low. That's a bullish signal in itself. Building volume here as you're trying to turn this low. I mean, that's a bullish signal in itself. Could we be off thinking that we're going down to like 19.5 cents? Could we be off by that much, right? That's not that big of a difference, right? From that price to that price, that's a 6% less than 7% drop right there. Right, it's very, very possible that we have found our low. You can front run it. Sometimes there's so much buying pressure, there's not enough selling pressure, whatever you want to say. It just avoids, it absolves the fact that we need to go down there. But I'm not under that impression myself. I think that this is just some people buying ahead of time. Maybe they're buying ahead of these lows, eager buyers, and then we're going to go lower, right? We had some of that back here. Some of this little volatility before we found our low, you know. Maybe we're going to get some volatility here before we find our low. That's all I'm saying. 1 hour RSI does not impress me. I'm not impressed in the least. Bullish engulfing candle's nice, bearish candle, and then a bullish candle to answer, but you've got a lot of volume on that last bullish candle, and you went less far than you did on this one. You're still below this high. Like, you're still finding, what are you doing here even? Let's see. Finding resistance. Not really in an area that you expect to find resistance, I guess. So maybe you go up a little bit higher. Right at the 236 there, yeah. If you went up to like 23 cents or 24 cents, maybe not 24 cents, 23 to like 23.4 cents, something in that area, found resistance here, don't get too excited. That's all I'm trying to say. Because likely you will go lower. I'm not impressed by the 1 hour RSI. I still think that we do have lower to go, and you're actually more in an area of resistance than you are of support. But if I'm wrong and you don't go down right now and you go up a little bit, don't get too excited. You'll still probably come back down, right? Because you'll have other areas of resistance up here and prior support up here, and just areas that make sense to find resistance on the fibs right here as well. So if you don't go down now, you're going to go down later. So even if you do go up a little bit, don't get too excited. 4 hour time frame here. 22.2 cents, 19 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. 4 hour RSI looks very neutral, bearishly leaning, but very neutral. I must say, very neutral. I would not expect that this reading gets above the 50, or at least too far above the 50. Maybe something like this, right, where you get just above it and then you reject. If you do go higher, I doubt you go above the 60. But man, to get all the way up to the 60 from here, you'd have to see prices that are like, I mean, probably up at like 24 cents. But even if you go to 24 cents, man, you're probably gonna reject there. So I just don't get too excited. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't get too excited if we do move up. I'm not guaranteeing that we move up. I'm just seeing the bullish presence right now, and it's really easy to see whenever you're in a 1 hour candle that just moved up, right? That just closed up like this. All the volume's coming up. You've got a decent posturing here, but overall it is bearish. But for the moment, it could have some bullish comeuppance, right? Same thing with the 4 hour. Being here, bouncing off of this zone, there's some bullish momentum right now, but don't get too excited by it. I think this is just a shakeout for the bears, right? It's just like whenever you move up, before you have your, like if you're moving from here to here, you're not just going to move in a straight line, right? You're going to have moments where you find turbulence, again, and then you finally get to your point, right? You shake off the weak hands before you get there, and then you dump off, right? Here, I think that's what we're doing, but to the downside. We're moving from point A to point B, and we're just having a little shakeout, shaking off the weak hands, or the eager hands in this case, bringing them on, people who want to FOMO buy before we go down. That's kind of my expectation. 4 hour overall looks bearish. 1 hour overall looks bearish. Daily time frame doesn't look bearish overall. It actually looks very, very bullish, but you can go lower and still be fine. My expectation would be that if we were going to find support in this area, we would have done it already, right? We would have probably done it already. And if any kind of support that we find here today, it's less significant than what we found back here like about a week ago, that's just an indication that we are going lower, right? If you find support, let me paint a picture for you here, right? Let's say this is our area to find support. We moved up. We did our thing. We didn't go back in time. We just moved up straight, whatever, like this, moved up, found resistance. We came down, boom, we bounce off it. We get a nice reaction. Boom, we bounce off it. We're getting a less positive reaction. Boom, we bounce off it. We're kind of like doing this. what do you think is going to happen? We're probably going to break through this line, right? We're probably going to go lower. And that's kind of what I'm expecting here, is a weak reaction off of this same area that we had a decent reaction off of, to indicate that we will go lower. If we were to find support at this area, we would have done it already. Since we're not, we're going to go to the next area to find support. Where's that going to be? Likely here, which is right there at about 19.5 cents, which is also right there at this low to highs 382. Low to high 382, right there. So it just makes sense from a price perspective, from a fib perspective, from using the RSIs on the short-term perspectives, that we would go down just a little bit lower. This move's almost over, but it's not quite there yet. I think we're experiencing some turbulence now because Bitcoin's moving up a little bit over the past hour, right? Let's see. It looked like it was going to go down, but now it's moving up a little bit. I mean, it's probably still going to go down, honestly. But anyways, I think we're just holding our breath here because Bitcoin's holding its breath. Whenever Bitcoin makes its move down, Cookie and the rest of the markets will likely follow. Inevitably, Cookie, you will be going higher. That's absolutely the expectation. By the way, actually, I just remembered this. Corrective phases tend to be three-legged patterns. So here from your high, move down 1, 2, you're on your third leg now. Three-legged patterns. They tend to be three-legged patterns. And in fact, calling for a 19.5 cent price, by the way, that's a pretty small like third leg right here, right? The first one would be way bigger than the third leg. So it's completely possible, and something that I don't talk about, maybe I haven't talked about enough, it's completely possible that we do see the prices go below 19.5 cents. I'm considering it. I'm not expecting that. I am expecting we find support at this 382, but if we were to go lower, I mean, man, we could go all the way back down to 13 to 11 cents, and Cookie is still fine, you guys. I would love it if Cookie went down here. I highly doubt that it does. There's too much attention on it right now, man. It's being recognized for what it is. I very much do expect we'll find support here, but it's possible to go lower. We could go to 16 cents, 13 cents. Don't get discouraged. Do not panic sell if we do go lower. I'm not talking about this because I think there's some high chance that we go down here and that you should prepare yourself. I'm talking about in case the high chance that we bounce off of this doesn't play out and the small chance that we go lower plays out. Don't panic. Just buy more, hold. I don't care where you bought. It's okay if you bought the top. It's not okay if you bought the top and you sell the low. That's bad. If you buy the top, the reason why it's okay is because every top that Cookie's formed, at least since April 7th, is just going to be a momentary top. You've got higher prices to go. Buying the top's not ideal, but buying the top is not wrong. Buying the top and selling the low is wrong. Okay? It's only the top until it's not, right? Anybody who bought back here, you don't care anymore. You know what I mean? You're fine. Anybody who bought this top here, you don't care. Anybody who bought this top here, you don't care. You're eventually going to get to a point where you don't care here. You're even going to get to a point where you don't care if you bought that top there. You know what I mean? Like we're all moving up. Inevitably, from here, 22.5 cents, 22.2 cents. I do expect that Cookie will see prices above $2, probably around $2.50 or more. That's a 10x or more from here between now and like the middle point of July, if not late July. That's the expectation. It could happen by the end of this month, but I'm thinking more so in July at this point. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.